Hello, I'm Mike Gorin, and I'm happy to announce a brand new perfect playthrough. Please take a look. Wow, really? Another compilation? When I'm just about ready to wrap up Sonic Origins? You gotta be kidding me. Well, no. You see, unlike with Sonic Origins Plus for the Nintendo Switch, Sonic Origins Plus is a compilation of 4 games plus the Game Gear tiles. I'm thinking of turning those four into their individual perfect playthroughs though, but I'll get to the reasons why when the time comes. But the core games in Sonic Origins Plus, thanks to things like achievements and anniversary mode, are basically like a singular entity, or in which the 4 games do not exist alone in a vacuum. However, with Mario 3 All Stars, there's only these 3 games plus their respective original soundtracks. There are no unlockable features, there's no achievement system other than what's in these individual games. Lives and collectibles don't carry over from game to game. They just exist as in their own little worlds, but in a single collection. So, through all intents and purposes, this isn't a perfect playthrough of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It's a perfect playthrough of one of these 3 titles: Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, or Super Mario Galaxy. So which game am I going to cover for my 64th perfect playthrough? You know what, that's pretty obvious. It's Super Mario 64 for the N64. Why else would I cover a collection like this? And look at that giant little mug. We wait a while and just fiddle around with the deep... What the heck? Oh, right, you have to press A first. And you can literally use that hand to drag Mario's features. And he's no longer seeing stars, and you grab his head, and wow, that is absolutely creepy. What the hell's going on? It's like his eyes... No, his pupils are completely divorced from the rest of his head. So you get this uncanny valley effect. And I'm gonna give this guy the Misty and Brock treatment right there. That's what you get for flirting with me, you little sick bastard. No, I can't do it. I like the Super Bowl Coors Light commercials from the 90s. I think 97, 98, where he drinks a bottle and then his lower lip just goes up. It's like a split personality and it's like all freaky and stuff. Look, I can pull his cheek. Looky here. Too bad I can't poke him in the eye. But I can pull his other... I can... Right? No. Yes, I can. But it's kind of funny. I could do a whole perfect playthrough just messing around here. Ooh, looky here, Pinocchio. You're a bad little boy and you ought to be ashamed. Hey look, you got a little... Hey look. You want some of that dick face right there? Ha 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 ha. Alright. Enough fooling around. I got to establish a save file here.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Alright. Alright, so as tradition, I like to get a little started with my perfect playthroughs on the intro videos, just to give you guys a bit of a heads up on what we can expect. This is kind of cool. This is definitely kind of trippy here. Ciao! You've reached Princess Toadstool's castle via warp pipe. And it's the only warp pipe in the entire game, as a matter of fact. Using the controller as a piece of cake, press B to jump and Y to attack. Press A to read signs too. Use the L stick to move Mario around. Now, head for the castle. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Alright, so... Pressing A or B or with in conjunction to the right or left triggers, we'll do a stomp. But if you want to ensure like a backflip, you hold the trigger button, jump. You won't even need to use the D-pad. You'll just do a backwards jump. And if you want to go for a leaping jump, get off to a running start, crouch, and then jump. Trying to do cartwheels is a little tricky though. And if you jump 3 times in a row, you jump higher and further with each jump. Ensuring that you can maintain some little momentum. And oh yeah, you jump. And Y and X in a vacuum will just do punch and hit melee attacks. Or if you're next to an object you can pick up, you can even pick something up. Or you can literally do a leap and grab like that. Alright, that's kind of interesting. And pressing, and then of course you control the camera with the right analog stick and run around with the left analog stick. The D-pad basically does nothing. Oh wait, it also acts as movement. So if I need to make precise movements, I could rely on the D-pad now. So that's cool. So that's a nifty little thing. Unfortunately, the right analog stick still behaves as if it's the D-pad on the N64. The camera still functions the same as it did on the N64, so it's probably not my personal favorite here. Pressing the right or left shoulder buttons will shift the camera modes to right behind the back of his head. You do this to ensure that everything remains in front of you at all times. Or you press it again, which is the default, and you can see everything around Mario. However, you can now control Mario when going left, right, or backwards. However, the camera would much rather regardless, the camera would much rather be behind Mario's head rather than checking him out on the side whenever possible. But there are some instances where a fixed camera is much better. And then here, you press up on the right analog stick to look around. And then you press and then press down on the right analog stick to revert back to full control. Anyways, we were told headed to Peach's castle, so that's what we're gonna do. Good afternoon, the Lucky Luke brothers here, reporting live from just outside of the princess's castle. Mario has just arrived on the scene and will be filming the action live as he enters the castle and pursues the missing Power Stars. As seasoned cameraman, we'll be shooting from the recommended angle, but you can change the camera angle with the right analog stick. Yeah, we already went over that. We can't adjust the view any further, we'll buzz. To take a look at the surroundings, stop and tilt R forward. The R analog stick. The right stick. Press speed to resume play. Switch camera modes with the R button, or the L button. Signs along the way will review these instructions. For now, reporting live, this has been the Lucky Luke brothers. At least they're here to assist us this time. So, let me guess, the plot is Bowser's kidnapped Peach again. Welcome. No one's home. Now scram and don't come back. Peaches. Peaches. I don't even think they had the motivation of Bowser wanting to marry Peach back then. He was just a generic bad guy who kidnapped the princess because of course he did. He's a big, fiery dragon, and he needs the princess for some reasons. So what are the perfect playthrough conditions exactly? I want to get this over with right here and now. Perfect playthrough conditions, you see that marker on the top right corner? These are the Power Stars that we need to collect on our journey. We can talk to this guy. His name is Toad, and there's like 5 of them in here. I'm glad to see you. The princess and I, and well, everybody, we're all trapped inside the castle walls. Bowser has stolen the castle stars, and he's using their power to create his own world in the panes and walls. Please recover the Power Stars. As you find them, you can use their power to open the doors that Bowser has sealed. There are 4 of them. The deal was for 3 men whose combined weight do not exceed 150 kilos. One of you has to go. Anyway, start in the one with the paint of Bob-omb inside. It's the only room that Bowser hasn't sealed. When you collect 8 Power Stars, you'll be able to open the door with the big star. The princess must be inside. Here we go. Alright, the only reason why I did that voice is because of a Robot Chicken sketch. Which is just absolutely funny. Imagining Toad as the transporter. So this is the first level in the game that we will have to do. And what Toad didn't tell us is that there are 15 levels in total in this game, and each level has 7 stars for us to collect. With one exception technically having 8, but that's a technicality there. And in total, additionally, in addition to all that, there are 15 secret stars scattered throughout the castle. One of them is inside one of those levels. And the rest are just scattered around, either in their little rooms, in boss fights, or just out here in the castle. Our objective is to collect them all, 120 stars in total. The game does not keep track of how many lives you've had, and finally, the game will only save. You can only save your game by every time. You only have an option to save your game whenever you collect a star. The game will not save otherwise. That's simple. So our objective for a perfect playthrough is to nab all 120 stars in the entire game, and then beat the game. That's it. Those are all the conditions we need to fulfill for a perfect playthrough. And I guess there's a reward for us to check out too for collecting all 120 stars. But we gotta seize that before we beat the game. So that is the objective. In order for us to accomplish absolutely everything this game has to offer, we need to collect 120 stars, all 120 power stars in the game. We need to unlock the secret reward for obtaining all 120 stars, and then we have to beat the game afterwards. That's it. So, I hope you're looking forward to my perfect playthrough of Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64, here on Perfect Playthroughs. So leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you next time in part 1.